and government agencies. So automated AI chatbots are bots that you can interact with, and it can give you a lot of information about your business. Mohammed will do a demo, or I'll just give you a brief introduction of who Mohammed is. Mohammed studied computer science from UTG, then he worked as a software developer at the University of the Gambia. He's an early professional experience, early in his career in UTG, and then COVID came in, and fast universities have to transition into online education, and he did made significant contribution in that. But now he found his own company, and he's more of an entrepreneur at the moment. So some of the apps that Mohammed built are a ferry tracking app, crypto automated trading, National Assembly website. He also has an online platform called onlinelumo.com where people can buy and sell products and services. And he also built a hotel management system. And he recently worked on the NPP website, which is, and he added the Ask Baro AI bot on that site. So, so the rules for the call is basically that Mohammed will give a talk, and we will have demo, and we'll have question and answers at the end. So Mohammed, let me just turn on your mic so you can start. Yeah, so Mohammed, you should be able to turn on your microphone and start now.
Thank you, Dr. Shirifo. Thank you so much, and thank everyone for joining the call. Doctor, can you allow me to share my screen and also turn on
yes,
my
for
camera?
sure. I think I should allow this. So, if I would kindly ask that if you're not speaking, you can just turn on your microphone so that we can have less background noise coming in. Thank you. Mohammed, you can go ahead. We have 32 people online, which is very impressive. So thanks everyone for coming in.
Yeah, so Doctor, I cannot allow me to share my screen and also turn on the camera, turn on my camera.
I think you should be able to do all of them. I think all
okay,
of them
now.
now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Can you do it?
Yes.
Okay. With your trademark hat.
Sorry?
I said with your trademark hat.
Yeah, thank you.
Like it. Okay, go ahead. The floor is yours, Mohammed.
All right. Yes, good morning from the Gambia, and for good afternoon to those in the other time zone. As Sirifo have introduced, my name is Mohammed Sellu Balde. I'm a software engineer, and recently I'm fortunate to work on AI application in the Gambia here, in a local setting, in a local context. So it is pleasure for me to be invited today to give a presentation around that topic. So yeah, I will get started to it. So basically, one of the main problems that we have, not just a Gambian problem, but even a global problem, is that since the advent of the internet, the world have been fortunate to have access to a lot of information, right? So since the advent of the internet in 1969, and also the making of the first website in the 90s, and so on, we are fortunate to have access to more information, and basically free access to this information. So even though we are fortunate to have access to free information, there are still challenges that lies in that, right? So as you can see, the first website in the 90s, and today there is an estimated amount of 1.1 billion websites. Yes, everybody have a website, every institution have a website, and every business have a website. That is great, right? But it becomes a problem when huge amount of website and information is to be consumed by the ordinary person. You know, I can be busy sometimes. We are all busy. You know, we sometimes find it difficult to having to navigate, these thousands of information available out there to find the information that we want. So that becomes a really big challenge in our world today. And the thing with human beings, us, is that we have evolved thousands of years, and we communicate and understand better in a personal context, in a personal setting, in a conversational setting. Okay? If I have to find an information and I have to go to a website with hundreds of pages, or a bunch of websites with thousands of paragraphs and so on, or even go to reports, published reports, official reports with hundreds of pages, it becomes a problem to find the information, the simple information that we are trying to find, right? So this is the problem that, the advent of the internet and websites and access to information have created. But the thing with human beings is that we are very good in also always coming up with new solutions and new technology. So as I've said, human beings, we understand best when things are contextualized. And this is what AI can do very well, right? So AI can help to understand us in a personal context, in a personal setting. And also, it can also provide information to us in that context. And also, with websites, we have thousands of websites, but all of these websites, all of these reports, they are put in one format mostly for everyone to consume. That becomes a challenge. If Dr. Sirifo is to go through a national report published by the government, yeah, he's a PhD. He had his PhD. Maybe it would be easy for him to open up the report and find the information he wants. But if you have one cello here who is not trained, or even the ordinary person out there, students, the youths, it becomes a problem, okay? Because these reports and these websites are made in one format for everyone. And also, most of this information are not available in a conversational setting. They are just written. You have to read and know where to find it, and read it and understand it. And also, sometimes information can be available through, let us say, businesses have call centers and other ways of delivering information to their customers and the population. Most of these are not available 24 hours. But this is what AI can really help to bridge. So what I'm about to present here, just to be clear, this is not an traditional auto reply system. In a traditional auto reply system, you have list of commonly asked questions and also each one of them answered. You ask, it gives you an answer. But no, most of the time, sometimes the questions that we want to find are not found in those frequently asked questions. Okay, so this presentation is about a chatbot, an AI chatbot, which you can ask it your specific question or information you want to find, and it will customize it for you, draft it for you, and deliver it for you. So we can just imagine this thing as like, a very, helpful, intelligent, and well knowledged, AI bot. Okay, so in the traditional information delivery, let us say a website, you have a bunch of menus, and you have to be digitally literate to know, if I go to a website, if I want to find this information, where do I click and where do I click next to find that specific information. As you can see, this is something that cannot be that would not be easy for everyone, right? But then in an AI setting, what you can do, you can just ask it the question straightforward. It will give you the answer as you wanted it. Okay? So, and in this setup, to really realize this setup, what what is made possible is that each institution can, or each business can have its AI agent. Basically, you have an agent which you train it with your own knowledge base, right? You provide it information concerning your institution, concerning your business, concerning what you want that AI agent to inform the people on. And then when the AI model is trained, you can have this AI agent answer to questions in different channels. In different channels, as in you can make the AI agents to answer it in a chat box, in a chat interface, whereas you ask your question and it answers you. Another option is you can also have this thing embedded in your websites. You know, institutions have their websites. You know, if it is difficult for people to navigate, you can have a chatbot there where people can type and ask questions around the website and so on. And when I mean channels, as I've said, you can have it in a chatbot, you can have it embedded in your website, or even in this modern age, everybody use WhatsApp. Most of us spend more time on WhatsApp than any other application on our phone. But also it is possible to deliver, to have this agent answer to our questions on WhatsApp. So this is not a new idea, or this is not something that, you know, it's completely new. Here in Africa, we already have a number of these solutions developed. In Nigeria, they have a platform called GovGuide Nigeria. When you go to that website as a Nigerian, you can ask it questions like, okay, how can I get my passport? What do I need to provide to get my passport? If I want to pay my taxes, where do I go? How do I go about it? Just imagine how this can really help to meet the needs of a big and a diverse country. And also in Kenya, in East Africa, there is a huge adoption in AI where they have provided AI services to meet the needs of their population. And also in Ghana, there is an application called Farmer Line, DALI AI. And this DALI AI, it helps to inform farmers also, you know, in various languages. So this is not a new technology. This is something that other African countries have already worked on and are deploying. And the future is still, you know, long. We have a lot of time ahead of us. So we also have the opportunity to really develop something for our people, you know, understanding our local context. So who needs to have such applications or such solutions, you know? Public institutions. For me, the main ones are public institutions, you know. In the Gambia here, we have a various number of public institutions with their respective responsibilities, right? And most of these public institutions, they provide documents, they provide informations that the population needs to be informed on. But how many of us can actually consume this information and understand it? That can be a big problem. For example, one of our main documents that every citizen needs to have access to and be able to get information from is our constitution. But how many of us here, even some of us who have done our bachelor's, high school, and PhD, have actually get information from the constitution? It can be a challenge. It is not our fault. And also educational institutions. Educational institutions serve various group of people. They serve students, their current students. They serve, you know, their admin staff, their academic staffs, and also even new upcoming students. And just imagine having an AI bot that new students can go and ask questions about that university. That is something interesting, right? And also real estate businesses and all other private businesses. Every business has something to sell, a service, a product, and every business wish to well inform its customers and clients. This is where AI can do a better job. and AI can be trained to be an expert and a very good sales agent for that business, where when potential clients come and ask questions, it will answer their questions, make them trust your business because they have all the information that they need easily available to them at the convenience of their, And also, there are so many other set of institutions, businesses that can have access to this technology 24 hours around the clock. So let us just imagine, for example, let us say public institution. You know, what are some of the questions that I can ask? I can ask, okay, how do I renew my passport? Okay, or who is my representative in Basse, in my hometown, for example? Or what document do I need to acquire my birth certificate or my passport? For educational institution, when does admission close? How much is the school fees for real estate companies? I need an apartment in Kanifing, okay? Oh, I want to do viewing of your options. Or I can ask, look, I have some money to invest. Advise me or take me through. How do you think I can invest that? This is all what AI can really help, institutions to do, right? And businesses. Okay?
Sorry,
Okay, so
Mohammed.
yeah.
Just a quick one, because I've seen 60 people. So I want to take this opportunity to say that this talk is organized by GAM AI Net. You should check our website and please register with us so that we can all work together to make AI awareness better in the Gambia. Please continue.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, so as Sirifo said, this is organized by Gambia AI Network, and they are really, we all know that we are not just supposed to be consumers. We are also supposed to be builders of our own solutions. Okay, so the goal is that we, me, you, and all of us to build solutions that we need in our country for our people. Just like this presentation, here I will present what we have built to demonstrate what can be done for our people. What solution can we have for our people? Okay. So and here I have for you Cherno.ai. So Cherno.ai, Cherno as we know it in our local context, it is someone who have achieved a level of knowledge, or like a teacher, who have access to information, who have wisdom and knowledge. So with this Cherno.ai, what can we achieve from it? We can achieve a platform where we have agents specialized in various institutions and businesses and services that the people need. Just imagine, let us say GBoS. GBoS is a government agency that provide access to informations, statistics, report. They do census, knowing about our population, our business, our economic status, and our economic state, and all that. This institution do a lot of work and a lot of resources. Public funds are spent in gathering this information. But then if this information is not really available to the ordinary person, that is not the best use of resources. It would be more productive and better for us if everyone have access to this information. It doesn't just mean that only PhD students or candidates should have access to this information. Also, the National Assembly. The National Assembly work on our laws. We have, all of us, we have representatives in our National Assembly. Businesses, embassies, schools, telecommunication companies, everybody want to communicate and better communicate to the people. So with a platform powered by AI, we can have agents that are trained on for various institutions and businesses, real estate, education, and public institution, right? And another amazing thing, this is something that have already been achieved, where information can be translated in Mandinka, in Fula, in Wolof, in Jola, in Seril, in sign language, name it. Because the thing is, even me, I have done my higher education to the level of master's degree, But let me tell you this. If you communicate information to me in my native language, in Mandinka, in Fula, in Wolof, I would more likely understand what you are communicating to me rather than me having to read it in English. And I will say that this might be the case for most of us. But in this age of internet, in this age of technology, we have the tools to be able to translate key documents like the Constitution in all of our native language. So a clear example for that one is, for example, the NPP manifesto. This document is translated in every language and also sign language. Everybody can go and listen to it because these documents are actually made for the people. They are not just made for Sirifo and his colleagues, the PhD candidates, but they are made for everyone. So to set up this thing, to be honest, this talk is not just about a platform that is developed that can do this, but also how can we also develop this thing in our various institutions, our various institutions and our various businesses. Okay, first of all, one have to know what you are really looking to achieve, right? You have to have your goal. You want to communicate to the people. What information do you want to communicate to the people? Okay, you have to know that. It is important for every institution to know that. And then after knowing that, you have to gather the information, the knowledge, the prices, the services, the details of those services. You have to gather this information and provide it to the AI agent. And I will show a demonstration of how to go about that. And then also the delivery channel. You have a great AI, you have a great informer, but you don't have a great channel of communicating this thing to the people. We can have this thing on WhatsApp, we can have this thing on your websites and so on. Okay, and also from experience, we have realized that when you have such solutions available for the people, people will start asking questions that you haven't actually expected they will ask. With this AI agent, you can be aware of what are people asking. What are the questions that the AI is not answering? And then you can gather information around those knowledge and provide it to the agent so that subsequently it will start answering those questions. So to just to show you the design of this layer, as we might be aware of, we have a lot of AI models that are already available, right? So we have access to the tools and the models to be able to deliver such AI services to the people, right? We have Claude, we have OpenAI, we have DeepSeek. These are all available AI models that we can train on our knowledge base and will be able to answer questions to our people. So, having to develop something like this, one need to have access to one of those or multiple, because sometimes some of these AI models can have a downtime. They can have technical difficulties that could take them offline. So if you depend on one, that can also become a problem. But if you depend on two, if one goes down, the other one is available to answer questions. Okay? And also, as I've said, we will show how you can also train information, train the model on your knowledge and information that you have, and also start streaming these answers to the users. Okay, we will show you a demonstration of all that. So to go to that, to show you the demonstration, let us say that we have a platform where I can go and say, you know what, I want to go to the National Assembly and ask questions, right? So I go to the National Assembly chatbot, and I can ask this chatbot, okay, who is the representative of BASE? Okay, and you can see that I don't have to write this thing in perfect English. Okay, not everyone can write the perfect proper English. You can just ask it, and the AI is intelligent to answer you. And here the AI is trained on all information about the National Assembly available on their website. It will tell you that the member of the parliament for Basse is Honorable Sekou Ba. Okay, and it will give you the key information, what you need to know. His constituency is Basse, the party is NPP. He was first elected in 2022. okay, his current term, the legislator, and also the committees he is part of, okay, and how to contact this member. And even one of the problems that can also be with AI is that sometimes AI can start hallucinating and giving you answers. But what we can also do is that when it answers your question, it will give you references. It will tell you that this information I given you, it comes from these sources. It giving you the source of the website, and you can even click to go to that website to see for yourself. Okay? Let us go to the model to ask questions about the constitution. Okay? What are my rights to vote? I can ask a question to say, okay, what are my rights to vote? It will answer me nicely. It will tell me my rights to vote as a citizen, how to vote, my rights to my political rights, and also it will reference where in the constitution is this information provided. Like I said, things like the constitution and the laws, these are sensitive. You cannot tell someone that, okay, the constitution gives you that right, and the person go and act on that right, while that is not exactly what the constitution says. But having access to the sources where the person can go and verify for themselves, this is something that can be very important. And also, to just show another demonstration, let us say that we go to GBoS. We want to ask about the population. Okay, what is the ratio of population, male and female, and youths? So you can see that it answers the question for me. And even in my question, I made a typo, whereas the male is not typed correctly, but still the AI can understand this information. Okay, what is the last population data? It answers my question, goes straight to the point. It doesn't need to give me information that only a PhD candidate should know. Sorry for using a lot of PhD candidate, doctor. So, and you can see that also it will give you reference, okay, where in this data is this information available. And with more training and more provision of more documents to these AI models, they will keep on being even better in answering questions. Okay, so next we will show like how one can train an AI model. So let us say the GBoS agent. This GBoS agent, we can give it information like, for example, and I tell it that, okay, what is GBoS? Okay, what GBoS does. Or what we can do is that we can upload documents. We can upload documents of publications made by GBoS. You can see that this document, there are a number of documents, some of them 40 pages, some of them 25 pages, and some of them 8 pages. Just imagine if me, the ordinary person, have to go through these 40 pages to find the information that I have. This can be a challenge. But with AI, what can be done is that this information can be extracted and the AI can be trained. And as you can see here, one of these documents, which is of over 100 and something number of pages, a huge document. So the AI model is being trained on this model. And also another nice thing is that, like I said, one can monitor the conversation, okay? And monitoring the conversation as in knowing what are people asking and what answer is it providing. Is the answer really working for the, is it actually answering the people's question? If it is not, as an admin, what I can do is that I can provide more information to make sure that next time it actually answers people's question, right? So, and also, like I said, if one have this chatbot, one of the things that can be done is that you can provide this, you can make this chatbot available in your various channels. Like I said, you can have a WhatsApp number where people can ask questions and it will answer them. Or let us say your institution, every institution have a website, obviously. Also, this this chatbot can be embedded in your own website. Let us say, ask AI here. And if I come to my business, I can ask it, okay, what work have you done in the past? This is embedded on a website and it will start answering the questions. So basically, what this is showing is that with what we have, what we already have, all institutions have websites. It doesn't mean that one have to have something completely different. These additional features and services can be provided to your website, existing website, whereas people will be guided faster, and it will still give you references on that website, where one can still go to that website to see these references that it gives. So basically, these are all solutions that we can really develop, and this is just the beginning of what we can do with AI. And like as Sirifo said, the Gambia AI network is working towards having people like you and I to come together more, share ideas, share our problems, share the opportunities that we see these problems present, and we can really build solutions around our problem, and to really serve our people. So thank you so much for attending the presentation. And also, if you have any questions related to the presentation, or if you have, this is my contact, you can take a picture of this, or you can send me a message and ask questions, or you can, we have a form on the QR code which you can fill to really communicate your feedback or questions, or tell us about you, what you do. So thank you so much. Back to you, Doctor.
Uh, Thank you very, very much, Ahmed, for that brilliant presentation and showcasing what you're doing in this space. I am really, really impressed, and I'm sure most people are really impressed. So, without wasting much time again, those of you who have questions, I've seen questions flying around in the chat box, but I think it would be most probably beneficial if you can unmute yourself. I can see hands raised up. Babu Karba, your hand is raised up. Bakar Ba, by the way, is the chairman of Gambia AI Network. So he has been working on these things for quite a while. So unmute yourself, Dr. Ba, and then yeah, you can ask any questions or give any contributions. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Is it Mamoudou Salih?
Yes.
Mamoudou Salih, thank you so
Mohammed
much. This is a
Selubanda. Yeah,
brilliant
thank you too.
and wonderful work. I'm so amazed by the things you're doing. Yeah. I think I just want to post that by saying, yeah, we are so happy to host you at Gambia AI Network, and we want to continue more of this. We want to build a community. We want to support each other. We want to give each other feedback on the work we do so that we improve. But also we could lobby stuff. This is something that I want to raise as questions to you first, and then follow up with suggestions. Things like, I know you have compute challenges. Right now you're using resources from outside the Gambia. How can we think of getting some of these compute resources in country and things like that?